we're gonna convert everybody into non-monogamous.
No, he was the secret plot.
Yes, because that's the real objective of non-monogamous people. Convert all monogamous into non-monogamous, because this is the best thing in the world. This is what we're gonna do with relationship. We're gonna make them great again.
Oh no. Hey, welcome to Moonai Open Relationship, the podcast. Hi, my name is Gwen and I'm an open relationship coach.
And I am Mr. T, her partner in crime.
We're here to share an awesome journey with open relationship and non-monogamy.
Disclaimer: we are not here to tell you what to do, what is right or wrong in your relationship. We are here to give you ideas and tips based on our own experience.
And while doing so, we may discuss things that are not suitable for a younger audience.
Here we are, guys. That was a little introduction. Podcast number 6 in Moonai Open Relationship.
So we're going to be debunking one of the myths that is that non-monogamous people are like cult people. They want to convince and convert everybody to non-monogamy. Mm-hmm. They want to steal everybody's spouses and wives and want to sleep with everybody.
That's what we do. We're going to non-monogamy, and that's the first rule they have. You have to steal the spouses of your friends.
You got more points if they've really been together for a long time.
Yeah.
The closest your friend, the more points you get.
Okay.
What do you get with the points?
Huh?
What do you get with the points?
The next spouses.
Oh, wow. So we're going to be debunking this myth.
Different times and our relation, we have encountered people having this idea, this crazy idea.
They're scared. I think they're scared of us.
Yeah.
Because of it. Yeah.
Well, you can see across history, people get scared about new things. People want change, but they don't want change. They understand that the change is the step, but they don't want to change. And we tend to demonize, if it's a word, anything new.
It's like people that want to get healthy, and then when you start telling them that they need to change the diet, they're like, oh yeah, but I don't want to change my diet. I really love eating gluten and dairy and all of that. It's exactly the same. People feel like, oh, I'm not happy in my relationship. I don't want to have kids. Like, I don't want it. And then when you tell them, well, maybe you could try non-monogamy, it's like, oh yeah, but do I need to let my partner have sex with someone else? And suddenly, like,
yeah, that's one aspect of it. That's one aspect of it.
It's like food.
No, I think what happened is, for people who start doing non-monogamy and you feel comfortable on it, it's like when you're so happy, any change that you did in your life, you feel that you want to share with everybody. So like when you change your diet and suddenly you discover that, I don't know, gluten is too heavy, and you read about it and you find out how much that affects your life and how much it affects your body. You want to communicate that to all your friends, and you want to tell them how good you're feeling, how good you are with the absence of this element in your life, or the new things that you add into your life, your gym, your running, or whatever it is. And you're trying to...
Alcohol. Alcohol.
Yeah, we have a problem, guys.
I replaced gluten by alcohol. I feel so much better now. Hemingway.
So sometimes in the beginning, and I think we did that in the beginning when we were starting to talk about it. We started telling people that we were non-monogamous, and we have this idea that, oh wow, people should try this in their relationship because this is the solution to everything. All the problems that you have in relationship, non-monogamy will give you the possibility to feel free, blah blah blah.
Born free.
Yeah. You're born free and
you can stay free if you're non-monogamous. Yeah, I think we had two phases actually. Mm-hmm. There was the first phase where we didn't really talk about it because we were casually dating until we decided that we were actually in an open relationship. And then a few people realized what was happening and they judged us really badly. Like, we're gonna go to hell type of thing. And I remember having a conversation with Mr. T, and then we kind of realized, look, we're both really happy as we are right now. I'm probably the happiest I've been in a relationship, so I don't really care about what people are going to say. And I think from there, because we wanted to tell and to show people that we were really happy, we kind of got into this of, well, let's show people that actually non-monogamy is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's what I was saying before. Like, when you're excited about something and you feel like it's changing your life in such a positive way.
Like alcohol. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to tell people about it. And I think it's another phase that we have where you understand that non-monogamy is not for everybody. And it's great if you are in it, but if you are not ready, it's something that it makes you deal with a lot of stuff, personal stuff,
true.
That not everybody is willing to work with, or not ready, or not wanting, and there's a lot of stigmas and myth and preconceptions around it that is people not willing to do the jump and get into it, but which is completely fine. And we understand that. We rapidly understood that we need to respect wherever people is in life, in their own relationships, in their own personal state, and just
chill the F out.
Yeah, exactly. So, just to summarize, non-monogamous people is not a sect. We're not a cult. We don't try to convert anybody. We definitely don't steal the spouses of anybody, and that's one of the main things. It's something that we talk a lot, and it's everything about communication, and we try to communicate with everybody, and everybody that wants to have something with us is through a conversation previous any other type of connection that we might create.
Exactly. It's all about consensual relationships.
Yes. Oh yes.
Let's make relationships great again.
Yeah. Make relationships great.
It's kind of like, I don't know if I can say that, but it's kind of like when your friend comes out and say that they're gay, and then suddenly you're like, oh my god, doesn't mean he's gonna want to sleep with me. It's like, well, not really, you know, like it's not because someone is attracted to the same gender that they have to sleep with absolutely everybody of the same gender. It's kind of like it's not because you are able to have sex with more than one partner that you're gonna want to have sex with absolutely everybody in the world, you know. So.
Yeah, and that will be attached to all the myth that we might develop in the next couple of weeks.
Oh,
yes!
Wow!
Just to plant in the seed. There are a couple of more interesting topics that people tend to
believe in.
Believe or trying to stigmatize non-monogamy in a plane that is hard or bad or wrong, or I don't know what they're trying to do. But anyway,
we're already going to hell anyway. So
but I was going to hell before I go into non-monogamy. So
why? What did you do? I want details now.
I can't tell you in this podcast. We don't have enough time in this podcast.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Once upon a time in a country far, far away. Hashtag New Zealand. We're in Once Upon a Time. So, guys, we left last time. We went to Australia to have an encounter with another couple, and we have an amazing time with them. We enjoy a lot. We came back and we were like in the clouds again, madly in love. We're going to jump a little bit forward in time, and something that I think non-monogamy help a lot as well. We used to spend time apart quite a lot during the year.
He has a type of work that requires him to travel a lot in the world, and sometimes he's away just for one weekend, and sometimes it's for a little bit longer, up to 3 months, I think we've had, kind of every year. So we've had a period of times where we actually really enjoy the fact that we could have more than one partner.
Yeah.
We're both quite sexual, and with Mr. T being away, it was really good for him and for me that we could have some special time.
Yeah, I think something that we developed from the beginning. I remember when I was in my country. When I was in my country, I remember we sent each other stories, sexy stories, not about what happened with anybody, but we used to like turn
Sexting, yeah.
We were sexting a lot,
Yeah.
and that kind of helped. It helped a lot in many ways. It helped a lot to understand the fantasies that the other one have.
True.
It helped a lot in how we were creating the stories, who was in the story, how the stories came about. And this helps a lot, I can tell you that, to discover what your partner is wanting to explore as well.
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly when I started traveling a lot, we started telling the stories a little bit more for long, and it was something like it became something that we wanted to. When we knew that the other one was going to have fun, we were waiting for that next morning to find the whole story or something like that. It was really, really, really cool.
I think sexting was fun, and then at some point we wanted some inspiration based on real facts.
Based on the true story.
And so we started kind of sending stories in the following morning of any encounter, sending a story to each other about what happened.
Yeah.
And I think it was really funny. I think I remember like, oh my God, I need to find some time alone so I can read the story, or it's also really funny because it's helping. It's kind of helping you when you're with someone else. You're like, I need to remember that they did that, or I need to remember that, so I can tell my partner after the story.
Yeah, this is something that we talked in the beginning as well. One of the elements of non-monogamy and the good things of having experience with more people is that suddenly you discover new things through new experiences about things that you might like and you didn't thought you would.
Yeah.
And or techniques or things that suddenly make you get aroused or even orgasms and stuff like that, and techniques that we didn't try before, and that's suddenly it's like, okay, I'm taking notes.
I'm taking notes.
And then I'm gonna try next time.
The other thing that happened with all of that is that it actually helps you to feel really connected, and it creates that bond, and you feel like you're part of the experience suddenly. Because obviously with a long distance relationship, it can get quite easily overwhelming to be apart and to not have experiences together, not being able to touch each other or to see each other. And so having those little moments where it was just for the two of us to kind of read the stories and everything, it made us feel like we were with each other.
Yeah.
So it was reading time too. Reading is good for you guys. It's really good for our English, because obviously English is not our first language.
I don't know why you're saying that.
So many good positive sides about this. So I am not really into the don't ask, don't tell type of relationship. I feel like it's not the best idea in general. We went completely the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like we don't ask, but we tell everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So that's part of our story.
So what do you do when you're reading my stories?
I can't tell on the podcast.
Do you get excited? Are you happy about it?
Oh yeah. It's always like great experience to imagine you and the situation and all that stuff.
It's like our 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, sometimes it is like that.
Sometimes it is like that.
Yeah.
Except that we're not super rich and having private jets and private helicopter.
Or private rooms with...
Oh, that would be a dungeon.
Dungeon. That's going to be a next story.
Next house?
The next house, yeah. We can make the office a dungeon.
The pyramid room. Who needs friends? We have a dungeon.
Exactly. Anyway.
Anyway.
Good. So that was for part of the story. So now we're moving into you asked for it.
Oh, you asked for it.
You hear it, you type it, you send it, you ask for it, you hear it, you type it, you send it, you ask for it.
Okay, so we have a first question that I received from a follower, and that question was about what do you do when you are in a dynamic in a relationship where one of the partner is monogamous and the other one is non-monogamous? How do you deal with the insecurities that the monogamous person may feel in terms of not being enough? How do you deal with that?
I think the main key, if you are in a relationship with someone that is non-monogamous, this person is choosing you every day and you are more than enough for him or for her, and you can have
Or for them.
or for them. And there's nothing to do with your value as a person. They choose you and you are their one. They choose you because you have something for them. Like it completes the concept of partnership. One is the person that you want to have on your side, by your side, as the primary partner. So all these insecurities and thoughts come from a perspective that has been telling you for years that, or since you're a kid, that if someone chooses someone else, it's because you're not enough, and it's nothing to do with it.
Can you give like a concrete solution to someone in terms of what they can do or think if they're feeling insecure?
So to summarize what I said before, if you're feeling insecure in this case, remember that your partner chooses you to be the primary partner, and they're not having experiences with other people to replace you. They only want to be you to be the primary partner, and that tells you that you are more than enough. That you're not just part of their harem of that other person. It's just you are the primary partner.
You're special.
Yeah, you are special, and that person is chosen to go back home, or stay with you, or live with you, or marry you, or whatever stage of the relationship you are. So you are more than enough.
I think the difficulty that is in this situation is that usually if both partners are non-monogamous, if one of them is feeling insecure about not being enough, or maybe that the love that their partner has for them may decrease because they're seeing other people, it's always easy to say, well, look, put yourself in the shoes of your partner. How did you feel when you had other lovers? Did you feel like your love for your partner was decreasing, blah, blah, blah? And usually you kind of get like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, it's not changing how much I love them. Okay, so it's probably the same for them. But obviously when one partner is monogamous and the other one is non-monogamous, it changes the dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing to remember is that there is more to a relationship than just sex. There's so much more. And I think if you are monogamous and having only one sexual partner, there's your partner, but your partner has other partners on the side for sex, just try to focus on all the things other than sex that you share with your partner, which can be friends, family members, if you have kids, for example, living together, a community, I don't know, if you're doing hobbies together, there's the plans that you're making, going on holidays, the experiences, the history, everything that you have with your partner. It's not just about sex. So try to focus on that, because I think it's really important to remember there's more than sex to a relationship.
Yeah.
And
sex is important, but it doesn't define the relationship.
Exactly. Other thing too is to remember that if your partner is non-monogamous and they found the courage to tell you about it and to try to live and explore their sexuality on their side, but with keeping alive this relationship with you, they are voicing out a boundary of how they want to be loved and how they want to love you, right? So what I'm trying to say is them telling you that they're non-monogamous is them telling you, I want to be with you, but I also want to be able to explore my sexuality, which is better, I think, than breaking up with you or cheating on you, because this is something that they really want to do on the side. So if they're telling you, I want to be non-monogamous, it's probably actually a really good proof of love from them. That's my point of view.
Yeah.
This is Mr. T
Clapping.
clapping. Just it's not dolphin. Is that your dolphin?
That's my dolphin.
We had another question, which is kind of in the same vein, but if you are in an open relationship, both of you being non-monogamous, how do you cope on the D-Day or the end night, I don't know how it's called, when your partner is having sex with someone else, just at that moment? When you're at home, potentially, and you're thinking about your partner having sex and doing all those naughty things to someone else than you, how do you cope?
I think we talked about this in the first podcast. On the podcast. In the first podcast, where the most important part in being in an open relationship is developing your individuality. So what I mean with this is when it gets to this moment, I'm not imagining what you're doing or what you're not doing, or I just focus on what I can do by myself, what I do at home. I play video games, I read, I watch movies that we don't watch together. I don't know, I focus on, or I visit other friends, or I go out by myself, or I go to the movies, and I enjoy my single life in that night and enjoy myself by myself. And it's something that is really important if you are planning to get into an open relationship, that you've focusing and building your love for your lonely time and feeling complete.
Are we talking about the same thing? Because when you say you're loving your time alone, I'm thinking about something really different.
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
In more professional terms, it's called the process of individuation, which is this process where it's not just the two of you being fusional and doing everything together, but it's being able to realize that you're two different individuals that are we, and not just the two of you as a fusion, as a merging, but two people living with each other. Mm-hmm. And so you are able to have your own friends, your own life, but sharing things in common in the middle. Yeah.
We're not, we say in Spanish.
What?
Wow, in Spanish.
Do you speak Spanish?
Maybe. So in Spanish, it says that you complete the orange. You're looking for your other half.
Yeah.
And there's an orange. And I think when it comes to open relationship, you understand that you don't have to be the other half.
You don't like oranges.
That's it. I like lemons. Fuck it. No, like you are a whole by yourself, and the other one is there to.
You are your own orange. You don't need another half orange.
Exactly. If you have another half orange, you are a mutant.
Too many oranges.
Yeah. God. Anyway, yeah, you are enough by yourself. So the more you cultivate your lonely time, you don't have to worry about what your partner is doing in the dates or who they are with or what they're doing in that time.
Amazing.
That's it. So Wayne, what is your take in this question?
My take on this question. Well, I really loved your answer, because this is exactly what I do. When you're out with someone else, I actually get quite excited about being able to do the things that I can't do when you're around, like watching a stupid rom-com or something like that.
You should do it when I'm here.
Well, true, in different room. And I get all emotional, come back and it was really sad. And then Mr. T's like, why are we watching that? Anyway, not based on...
Give your answer, woman. Give your answer.
Okay, my answer is that try to remember that the way your partner is having sex with other people is actually different from the way they are having sex with you. Sometimes when we have sex with our primary partner, there is more than just sex. It's also a lot of feelings involved and things like that, right? And so the way our partner is connecting with us with all that passion and all of that when we're having sex, it doesn't mean it's happening when they're having sex with someone else. Mm-hmm. And so that's something to keep in mind too, is like when you're going to be trying to unfortunately imagine that your partner is having this amazing experience with someone else, it's actually looking really different in general.
No, and in general, is you always, if you imagine something, most probably that when you ask, the answer will be completely different to what you were expecting. So the more you focus on and that if it's a problem for you, or if it's something that you are dealing with in terms of your jealousy or your insecurities and stuff like that, I think it would always, your brain will go to the extreme.
Yeah.
It will show you things that you don't want to see, or things that will make you feel insecure. I don't know why we do that as humans, but we do it. And usually what happens when you ask your partner how was it, or tells you what's going on, what happened on the date, usually is nothing like you imagine.
Yeah.
And most usually is way less than everything that you could have in mind. So yeah, I think it's two very good advice.
Yes.
One, don't focus
On your partner.
on your partner. Don't think that your partner will make love to the date. They will have fun, but it's not going to be like you imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And second, focus on yourself and enjoy the time by yourself.
There we go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
With final Spartan. Anyway, okay, guys, if you have problems with all this, I have a very good coach that you can call. Finishing, so I was telling you, you can call and contact Gwen on her channels, Moonai Open Relationship, the website, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you want to deal with your jealousy, if you're dealing with that at the moment, she has an amazing book that you can buy on her website, and it's really good, How to Deal with Jealousy, and it's really, really nice. Yeah, what else?
That's it. I think
That's it.
You're pretty amazing at selling my services.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So I will see you tonight I will see you.
Oh.
But you guys, we will see you next week, or we will talk to you next week with a new podcast. I hope so you guys have enjoyed this one. And
Ciao, ciao.
so long. So long or shalom?
Shalom.
Shalom?
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Are we Jewish now?
I have 1% Jewish in my blood. So shalom.
Shalom.
And this, my friends, is the end of the episode. But don't worry, we will be back with the next one really soon. Ciao, ciao!
Who's gonna call? Ghostbusters. Ghost Moonai. No, Ghost Moonai. No.
Ghost Moonai.
Ghost Moonai. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I know.
You cannot got the tune. It's not fully there.
Thank
but
you.
it's
Been
well
working on it.
Good. All these years of science fiction paid off. Good. Anyway,
Turned me into a nerd, guys. Help. Help me.
so we are